Hey guys, uh, welcome back to another episode of the Zero Bytes podcast. Hopefully, everything is okay. Uh, yeah. Hey guys, let us know in the chat. How's the audio? How's the video? No issues, no stuttering, no nothing.
Yeah, the streams have been pretty good as far as what I've seen.
Yeah,
Can
hopefully.
you hear me okay, guys? I know sometimes my mic likes to curse us. I can turn it up a little bit if that helps.
Hip
So
dad,
yeah, um,
hip dad. Where's Matt? Or you're talking about Matt? This is Jesse, not Matt.
wrong podcast, guys.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. So without further ado, hey Jesse, how you doing? How you
Uh,
been?
I'm,
How was
I'm,
your thing last week?
oh, it was pretty good. I didn't get a chance to stream from the convention, but it was a lot of fun. KatsuCon was my first anime convention ever. I was not ready for as many people as were there. Uh, Melissa and I ran the numbers from what we got data wise, and she was telling me that over the 3 days that we were there, there was probably about 25,000 people that went through the convention. It was so many people. It was like
Wow.
being in the world before COVID existed.
Oh,
It says Matt, you
uh,
amateur, Steve.
oh, thank you, hip dad. Thank you for that, hip dad.
Uh, Steve.
Uh, sorry.
Oh no, Matt's gonna get me for identity theft. Sorry, Matt, I didn't know.
Okay, sorry guys.
This is the XeroLinux experiment. Will he notice?
Oh yeah. Uh,
He's
by the
probably
way,
gonna show up and roast us.
yeah, because I had it's because of the interview last week we had. But I have some good news. I got a sponsor approach me last week.
That's awesome. Sponsors are wonderful.
Not via YouTube. It was via the thing we're using called StreamElements.
Oh, what did they offer you?
Hello Fresh.
Are you gonna do it? Will they ship to you?
No, they can't ship to me. That's what I explained to them. They were like, "No, we don't need to. You're just on the first tier. First tier doesn't get shipped anything. First tier is like they send me a sort of a template, a script, and stuff to put on the stream. I was like,
Yeah, but
it's
I
a
don't know. You can't sell a product you can't use. That's not right.
yeah. So I was like, number one, I cannot sell a product I cannot use. Number two, uh, the it's a food thing on a tech show. I'm like,
But
doesn't
I'll be honest. I've considered doing a HelloFresh sponsored stream because as you guys know, we're still living in the hotel. So for us, maybe it would actually be useful. But for you,
yeah.
I couldn't see it working.
No, anything that they have to ship, it will cost me money. It's as if I bought the thing. And in a bit, I'll be talking about the Steam Deck and everything it took to get here. But
I'm
before
so
that,
jelly. You and your
but
damn
be,
Steam Deck.
yeah, well, before that, I need to explain a few things.
Yeah.
It will take just a minute, and all right. Guys, please don't take this the wrong way. Hip Dad last night, brought it to my attention that buying the Steam Deck might have appeared uh, hypocritical on my end because I mentioned my whole fundraiser is to pay the bills. I'd just like to clarify that I did pay the bills thanks to last month's bills. Thanks to all those who donated. I didn't pay a single penny for the Steam Deck apart from the clearance fees. which the person who gifted it to me couldn't pay. I had to pay by cash upon delivery. So I had to pay those out of pocket, but that's all I paid. I just paid the money for the clearance. Everything else went into paying the bills. So thank you to all who donated and contributed to the project, without whom I wouldn't have been able to shower today. Hot water, finally, and water. Yep. So thank you guys. Thank you to everyone who contributed that allowed me to pay the bills. I didn't use your money to buy the Steam Deck. It would have been super hypocritical on my end.
I sure
When
hope that nobody accused you of that.
No, but it's just to clarify, so no one does. It's just because I mentioned in a tweet or a toot on Mastodon,
Mastodon, yeah.
yeah, that I wouldn't use that money towards things I don't need. I didn't need the Steam Deck. It was gifted. Yeah, Smelly Steve is gone. Hip Dad, Smelly Steve is gone.
Oh boy.
Thank the Lord for that. Thank you guys. Thank everyone who donated. But yeah,
thanks a
I'm.
lot. You know, you guys are keeping this going, because without Steve, there is no podcast.
Yeah. So thank you, really, really, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I was able to pay the bills. But yeah, the Steam Deck I didn't need. I was really hesitant on buying it, and I was thinking it's gonna end up like gathering dust, just like my Raspberry Pi, unfortunately. But it's still in the honeymoon phase. I just had it for a week. I've been messing with it, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
That's really the main topic today.
Yeah, it's all about gaming. But again, clarification: the fundraiser money is for paying the bills. I don't touch that money for nothing but the bills, not the Steam Deck. Especially that costing $850 shipped here. That's a lot of money for a $529 product.
Yeah, well.
So yeah, with that out of the way, let's get to to the meats and potatoes of the episode, as they say. It's all about gaming this week because, of course, naturally, I have the Steam Deck, so we have to talk about gaming on Linux.
Oh yeah.
Because I discovered a few things. I discovered how much of a hypocrite I was for saying that gaming on Linux is really far, far, far away.
Yeah, I guess that was a reality check for you, yeah?
It's a reality check for me. It took a Steam Deck for me to get a reality check.
Yeah, if you've got a Steam Deck and you're bashing gaming on Linux, and you look kind of silly because you're gaming on Linux.
Yeah, and not only that, there's a guy on YouTube. I think his name is Retro Dopamine or something like that. Or
cool username.
Yeah, he made a video. You know how I was complaining that I game on Windows because I cheat, because I use a cheating system that only runs on Windows?
Excuse me, yeah.
Well, he figured out a way to make it work on Linux.
Stop that.
I was like,
no cheating.
That's it. I'm not gaming on Windows anymore. I don't need to. I don't have an excuse anymore. And now I'm
on Linux full time because he can cheat.
yeah. It's as simple as that. I needed my cheats because I play the games for the story, not for the competitiveness of it or knowing how to do things. Cheating doesn't.
You treat these games like a movie that you participate in.
Exactly. So each person
just want to get to the scenes and the story, and
yeah,
I get it.
So each person does it their own way. There is no wrong way of doing it. But also, cheating does not like for example, in puzzle-based games where you have to solve puzzles, you cannot solve puzzles with cheats.
No, you
Cheats
cannot.
cheats are only for not dying and having to repeat the level over and over again.
I wonder
So
how Mega Man games would be if I used cheats.
I discovered that there are cheats in retro gaming emulation as well. There's
Oh,
a
absolutely.
in RetroArch you click a key combination and then you get the cheat screen to display. You turn on unlimited lives and whatever. I didn't get there yet. I'm still discovering my Steam Deck. Uh, laughs in using console commands to no clip through the wall. Yeah, Teddy. But there are some games where you cannot cheat, like Diablo and Blizzard and stuff like that. You can character cheat. I don't know if that's cheating really, where you give your character from the big early on in the game max stats. I don't know if you call that cheating. It's just leveling up earlier in the
Well,
game.
you're not playing it the way it was intended. I'm judging you.
But other than that, gaming on Linux has come such a long way.
Steve, it really, really has. And now it's cool. You know, you understand why I was so excited, being one of the few Twitch streamers on Linux.
Yeah, and I played some Mega Man. You Mega
So,
Man
welcome to the
fanboy.
fandom. What do you think?
It's a very difficult game. I didn't think
Oh,
it would
Mega
be
Man's hard. Mega Man's very, very hard.
like one moment I'm jumping to avoid a gunshot, the next moment I'm falling to my death. I'm like,
Yes.
what?
Which Mega Man title or titles did you play?
I only tried 2 of them so far.
Did you try Mega Man 2?
I tried Mega Man 3 and
Okay.
Mega Man X8, I think.
Okay. X8 is widely regarded as one of the worst games of the franchise. So
Uh,
unfortunately, was not a
uh,
good representation.
I figured as
Two
much because in this game Mega Man grew taller.
there's. I don't want to take the whole thing and derail it into a Mega Man stream as much as I'd love to, but Mega Man X is different than Mega Man. X was created by Dr. Light, who made Mega Man, sealed him in a capsule for either 100 or 1,000 years, I forget. But X and Mega Man are different, completely different characters, like a different iteration.
So it's not
Like Mach 2.
so basically it's like Star Trek canon, Star Trek non-canon kind of thing.
No, because they're both canon. They're different people. Like one is Kirk, one is Picard.
Ah, okay.
They each have their own story.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take a moment to talk about Star Trek Picard, and Melissa will be here to listen.
What do you think about it?
Later.
Okay.
We'll have a section for that.
Yeah, I
We're
think
just
she's joining us too.
no, she will be once we get to that.
Yeah.
But the other thing I'm enjoying is now I can play some of my favorite games on via EmuDeck. EmuDeck. That's the reason why I always wanted the Steam Deck or something horizontal, not the Steam Deck specifically, something horizontal because I hate the vertical ones because your hands are like that. I like
Yeah.
horizontal. So that's the reason why I wanted something like that is because of my immense retro collection, 2 terabytes worth, and it might grow bigger because I just discovered that the EmuDeck supports PS2 and PS3.
That's really cool. So you stumbled onto a device that's basically giving us what we all wanted when everything started splintering off into the different consoles, was just one machine that played everything ever.
Yeah, except GameCube. GameCube was a disappointment for me because I was dreaming one day. Okay, this is for the Star Wars fans, not the Trekkies, but the Star Wars fans. I never played Rebel Assault 2 and 3 because I never owned the GameCube. But now that I have an emulation system, I thought I will be able to because in these 2 games, I could control and fly the T-16 Skyhopper. It's what the toy thing that Luke in Episode 4 is playing with when R2D2 comes and shows him, Obi-Wan, I need you,
Right.
I need your
Right.
help. This is the T-16 Skyhopper, and my best friend's nickname is T-16 Skyhopper. So I told him, this is the only game where I get to ride you. I mean T-16 Skyhopper. Ride you, get it? Because he's T-16 Skyhopper. But anyway, uh, the I got disappointed because tearing, crashing, and I went to the Dolphin wiki for those two games. And what do
Mhm.
I see in the forums? Due to the complexity of those games, Dolphin Emulator has a hard time emulating those two games.
Yeah.
Why my favorite two games? Why?
Well, mostly so that you'd talk about them on the podcast and get them some attention. It was
Uh,
a long con. It's a long con. You're just now catching up.
yeah, it really feels that way. But yeah, unfortunately, GameCube is very difficult to emulate, and I'm not blaming the deck. Even on PCs and high-end PCs, this
Are you
game
playing any Sega Genesis or other like Sega system games?
Mega Drive, because that's the one I grew up with. I'm mostly playing Aladdin. Yeah, because my
Aladdin
favorite.
was fun. That was one of the few Sega games that I had, and I thought it was great.
It's
Do
one of
you
my
do you
favorites.
remember playing Echo the Dolphin?
I got both of them, Echo the Dolphin and Echo Junior. They're
That game to me was just it was strange but like really groundbreaking, and I couldn't stop watching it.
It's amazing, and it's a puzzle game. It's really sometimes you find yourself stuck for hours. And the problem with Sega, don't forget, the old consoles didn't have a save system. So whenever you
So you
lose, you'd
could
have
pause,
to,
like saving was you pause the game, you turn the TV off, and you hope it's fine when you woke back up.
which wasn't something for us because we constantly lost power. Because this power thing that we are living now, it's the worst version of the something that's been happening since the 80s. So
Right.
anyway, that wasn't good for me. And now with emulation, select X or select B, it will open up RetroArch menu, save state.
So
Done deal.
nice. I was
So
actually wondering for some of the games that I want to stream if save states are supported in like speedrun games. You know, you can
as
do it
as
for
lo- as
practice.
lo- as long as the emulator supports it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could give you of emulators that don't support it. GameCube, Dolphin is well. If you use a standalone version of Dolphin, I still can't figure out the key combination to open up the menu to save. The Sega Mega Drive, so far key combination I still have to figure out. But I'm on the EmuDeck Discord, so I will ask around.
Gotcha.
But other than that, the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, all those easy to open the RetroArch
Yeah.
thing. But another thing. I'm having an issue with widescreen hack. It's making everything widescreen, and some systems cannot render the either side, so they're guessing, and it's making the games unplayable. So I
Yeah,
need to.
you're gonna find um, that some emulated games really play incorrectly when they're stretched out,
Yeah, that's
and
why I
I
need.
think that parts of that are going to be, you know, it breaks random number generators that make levels and stuff.
Yeah.
And so
So
because you have so many more pixels, you have so many more X and Y coordinates, it's gonna I've had this problem with Mega Man games, uh, emulated or not, even under Steam or other stuff like that. What you'll see is too many enemies, too many shots, too many whatevers.
it
Uh,
duplicates things. Sometimes it duplicates
right.
your health bar at the top and the bottom.
Yeah, or your platform timing will be wrong on platformers too. So
Yeah,
like it really does.
It's just to say that emulation is still not perfect. You
Well,
have to
no,
figure
of course.
out either per game settings, or you have to set up the emulators one by one. But I'm just saying that gaming on Linux for me, as it stands now, is doable. With
Yeah, it's
with some
great.
a few games here and there that, of course, due to anti-cheat, due to secure boot and whatever, those games will never be playable on Linux. But those
Yeah.
are few and far between. But the majority of the games today, they're playable on Linux. And here's another thing. What I love about now, and now I'm a changed man. You have noticed that I changed my tone. So now I see it being more fun figuring out which game runs on Linux and what you have to do to make it run on Linux. This is a lot of fun. Sometimes
Yeah.
frustrating because it takes a lot of work to you have to change the kernel sometimes. And the nice thing about Linux, you can have multiple kernels and boot into whichever one you need for whatever
Yep.
task you need to do.
Purpose-built kernels are still a thing.
Yeah. So it's fun to figure out how to get a game. Like, there are users on Discord who are having issues, and thanks to Teddy over here, I consider Teddy the gaming troubleshooting guy, the go-to guy for troubleshooting games.
Oh yeah,
On
Teddy said he was actually able to get that Street Fighter X Mega Man crossover game that I like to work.
Yeah,
And
and he's helping someone to get Dead Space running, although he doesn't own the game and he can't get it because it's 70 freaking bucks. Uh, but he's helping that person to get Dead Space running and something called something Hearts game.
yeah. Teddy, I
What?
have I have actually not had a chance to fire it up again. I'll probably DM you offline later and see if we can get that working if it's cool. But thanks a lot. It's one of my favorite games, and I miss being able to play it.
Yeah, and he mentions the game is Wild Hearts. Yeah, Wild Hearts. There's someone on the Discord that can't get it to run because of the GStreamer issue. That's on me. If it ends up being that thing
Is
that
there a
fixes it,
GStreamer problem in Zero right now?
no, it's not a problem with Zero. It's this game requires something called GStreamer Good, which I have
Oh,
on XeroLinux, but I don't. I forgot to add the 32-bit library version of it.
oh, okay.
And apparently, from from what I could read from the link that Teddy sent, it's related to a lib32 GST plugin good. Uh,
Gotcha.
the specific one I forgot to include on the ISO. So I don't know if the user solved it yet. I'm waiting for his reply. Uh, so yeah, uh, uh, this is why I bought an original GameCube. Yep, for GameCube,
And we're back to GameCube.
Well, just because the GameCube is so complex to emulate, it's better having the actual hardware.
I get it. I mean, maybe I really just need to play some GameCube games. It's a console and a time period that I just
Yeah,
completely missed, and I just have
I
no
missed it
frame of
too.
reference for that.
I missed it too. The last Sega device, the last console we had was we had when we were together as a family was the Dreamcast. Then
Did
my
you play that?
brother,
Okay, quick little sidebar because we're gonna get weird for a second. I couldn't have been the only person that was scarred by Seaman, right?
I don't know
That
what
game
Seaman.
is messed up.
Well, I don't know what Seaman is. The only game I played on the Dreamcast was
Okay,
uh,
here, let me DM
Aquanox.
you a link and make sure that it's safe for putting up.
Aquanox, I think it was called.
Yeah, Seaman was this weird video game that they made. It was kind of like if you start with the concept of a Tamagotchi, but update it to Dreamcast. It was this little weird, creepy pet fish that had a human face and could talk.
Ah, so yeah. Where did you send it? I didn't see a link.
It was incredibly creepy.
Oh,
And
okay.
everybody I know who's played it, we all agree that we're a little bit scarred by it.
Let me check what this game is. No screenshots on the wiki, so but Seaman video game. Seaman is a virtual
It
pet
was
video game.
Leonard Nimoy as the voice. I forgot about that.
Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy voiced this fish.
Oh, okay. Let me check.
Melissa, did you play that? Did you have access to a Dreamcast? No, but you were a GameCube kid.
Seaman. It's on the GameCube, right?
I cannot believe that I forgot that Leonard Nimoy voiced the fish.
Oh,
You
I'm looking
know,
at.
it's stuff like this. This is why it's so much fun to
Oh,
have you guys in live chat.
it's creepy. Yeah, I'm not gonna show
I
it.
told you it was creepy.
Oh no,
Creepiest game I have ever played. Right there.
no, no. I'm not gonna show that.
It's really unsettling to look at that.
Yeah, it a fish with a human face.
Yeah,
Wow. No. But anyway, gaming on Linux.
yeah.
I'm playing God of War. My favorite game right now. The way I was playing it was back and forth between Windows and Linux because when I reached the boss that I couldn't kill, I had to go to Windows, cheat my way around to
And then
killing
would you
him.
reload the save state in Linux after you cheated your way through it?
I pick up where I left off on Windows, so I continue the game after killing the boss.
Uh,
Now I don't have to.
how is Linux handling transferring back, like booting up in the different environments? Did you lose any progress
No,
from going back and forth?
no, no progress. I end the game like I kill the boss. I'm standing over his body on Windows. I boot into Linux. I load the game. I'm standing next to his body. Yeah, right there. It's cloud saves have nothing to do
Oh,
with local
okay.
saves
Gotcha.
because some games don't support cloud saves. That's when there on the Steam Deck. There's I don't know if I can show it on screen and it will appear, but on the Steam Deck it supports plugins. Okay, I need to get out of this. Quit emulation station really quick. Yeah, there's a plugin system called Decky Loader here on the side. I don't know if users can see it, but I have plugins installed. All right,
Okay,
so
that is so cool.
I can tinker with that thing so much. I
Now,
themed it. I'm using a
of course you
neon.
themed it.
Yeah, look, I'm using a neon theme. If you look, I'm using a neon theme like Sweet style. If you look at it, it's a Sweet styles the
Yep.
KDE Sweet style
Well,
theme.
you know I approve.
Yeah, of course. But what I wanted to say is there's animation changer, power tools, CSS loader, deck shot. I can do a heck of a lot of things with these plugins. I don't have many installed because you don't need many, but
Right.
you can tweak games using these plugins. It's amazing. Power tools is the most
That's really cool.
Power Tools is amazing. There's another plugin that I'm scared to install. I saw videos about it by the developer himself. It's
Well,
called
if a video
Cryo.
from the developer scares you, I wouldn't install that.
Yeah, because it's called Cryo Tools or whatever, something like that.
What does it do?
It tweaks the system low level. Swappiness, swap memory, and stuff like that to get the.
Now we're talking, like, that's the stuff I like to do.
Yeah, so I'm scared to start messing with this because I don't need them. I play 2D platformers most of the time, so I don't need that much low level tweaking.
Right.
If you look, I will show on screen again what type of games I have, and you will notice a trend. in my games. Like I'll start from the beginning. Okay, I got emulation station. It starts with
Nice.
emulation. I don't know why it's blue, but
Um,
it's
does the Steam Deck have video out support?
yeah. I have the dock. I'm connecting it. I'll explain. This is this next section. You're jumping the gun
Awesome.
here.
Okay.
2D first person shooter. Blizzard for Diablo. What is this? Tron Runner. It's a 3D, but it's very low. It's 7 years ago. You got Streets of Rage 4, 2D. This one is 2D. This one is, which one is that? Oh yeah, 1980s, also 2D. This is 2D. This is 3D, but it's Descent-like game from like 10, 15 years ago. Duke Nukem 3D from the classics. You got
Nice.
Neon Drive, and you got a French comic book game. That's it. That's all I got on my Steam. It's all 2D. I don't need that low level tweaking and stuff to get battery life. And if I want to really get battery life, I think I'm going to spend the entire day gaming. I just run an emulator and I can get 8 hours out of that thing.
Yeah.
So, and I'm never going to play for 8 hours, but if it happens, I can because I'm playing retro gaming. They don't need any performance. The only tweaking you need is lowering the SMT and lowering the CPU cycles because systems expect a certain amount of cores and threads, whatever. But that's it. Yeah, there is a plugin to seeing all the hot. No need for a plugin. Galvan, I'll show you. It's just hitting the Steam key. I'll show you. Just hitting, click and hold the Steam key. Okay. Yeah. Okay, those are the hotkeys. Those are the key bindings system-wide. You just click and hold the Steam key and you get them. This is not a plugin. This is supported by Steam by default. So I don't use them. I just use one, which is screenshot. Grab a screenshot, but it's awesome. The Steam Deck is awesome, and it has proven to me it has shown me where gaming on Linux has reached. And
Yeah.
Without the participation of Glorious Eggroll, because there are some games that will not run on the regular Proton, they will only run with Glorious Eggroll's version because he took into consideration those games. And
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the Steam games. I'm talking about non-Steam games like GOG games.
Yeah.
And this is a small section I want to explain. Sorry, I'm the only one talking is because I'm excited.
No, it's super cool to just watch you be excited like this, and I think everybody's enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm excited for gaming on Linux. I'm not excited for me. I'm excited for gaming on Linux as a whole. GOG games, if you install Wine, which doesn't, they have their own version of Wine. And one disclaimer: don't expect the Steam Deck to be using the official Arch repositories. They're using their own fork of the Arch repositories. So, but with that being said, they have their own implementation of Wine Proton. They don't use Wine. They use Wine Proton. So I installed regular Wine, and although we are at version 8.2 right now from the Arch repositories on the Steam Deck, we're still at version 7.19. This goes to show you that they're not using the official Arch repository. But anyway, I installed Wine, and I could just install GOG games just by double-clicking the exe file. Next. It installs the game. I add it to Steam as a non-Steam game.
Yeah.
And those, you need to use Glorious Eggroll's version of Proton to get some of them to work. But that's the way I've been going about it since most of my games are from GOG. So I installed the GOG version, added as a non-Steam game, created a collection called GOG games. I have so many now. And that's how I play my game. And quite
It's really
simply,
cool.
and I don't have to spend the money again to buy the same game that I already have as GOG to get it on Steam. So I'm really enjoying, and especially the fact that GOG has a tremendous library of indie 2D platformers.
Yeah.
So I'm considering adding The Witcher 3 because I never played The Witcher 3. I have the complete collection, the complete Witcher 3 complete edition or whatever it's called. I might install it when I have space. I need to uninstall a lot of things because as it stands, I only have 15 gigs free.
How many?
So 15.
Man.
Yeah, I already used up all the space due to my retro collection. Sorry.
Yeah, well.
But I'm really excited for gaming on Linux. It took the Steam Deck, and people who say that it took the Steam Deck to for it to pick up Steam, it is true.
Right.
It is 100% true.
Now, see, this is what I've been saying for a long time on even here on the podcast. Is I said that the Steam and the Steam Deck were going to propel Linux gaming forward, and
Yes.
I really think that now you're kind of on the same
Yeah.
page as me with that.
Yes, I am. And what Valve did price-wise is knock it right out of the park.
Right. Absolutely. Versus, like, if you're going to buy a new Switch versus a Steam Deck, it's no comparison.
There's no comparison, even with the Aya Neo stuff and the other ones out there which start at like $800 starting price. Now, okay, I understand they are way more powerful because they're using the 6800U and 7700 or whatever Ryzen processors. They're way more powerful, and some of them come up to 64 gigs of RAM. Okay, but
I think we're going to see an even bigger decline in non handheld console gaming because what they're doing, they're stuffing actual laptop hardware into toys.
And here's where you hit the nail on the head. You see this thing? This has been my store computer for the past week.
Yeah.
I haven't turned on my computer desktop at the shop since getting this thing. It does everything I need it to do, with one exception. I need to turn on the I'm not gonna lie. I do turn on the desktop because I need the Arch repositories to build the packages which I host on my repos. But other than that,
but you're using it for a different function. You're not using it to run the shop.
Yeah, I'm doing all my billing on that thing. I'm doing my YouTube watching on that thing. And starting next month, this is a small announcement. I will be trying. Don't get hooked on this promise. It's attempting a new series, not a new series, a series that I need to get off the ground called XeroLive. I'll be going live from the store, doing things, whatever, like working on building the packages that I host on my repos, working on XeroLinux.
I think that's just so cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be doing it from the Steam Deck. No, I'm a realist. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
that demands.
What if you did a USB-C breakout hub?
No, I have the dock. I bought not the official deck dock. I got a deck dock. It's just similar. It has 3 USBs, 1 USB-C, 1 HDMI, and 1 Ethernet. Because I don't do anything over Wi-Fi. Transferring large files over Wi-Fi is a nightmare. But how can I put it? It can be done. I'm not gonna say it can't be done, but I need multiple big monitors to be able to move around with the Steam Deck, little tiny 7-inch screen. The way I use it right now in the store, I open Ferdium because I installed Ferdium on the Steam Deck in desktop mode. I have it on the Steam Deck screen. It's all tiny and everything, but it's right next to me. And everything else, like the browser and Terminal, and Dolphin are on the big screen. And now I'm going to show something that's going to put a smile on your face and hopefully everybody else's. XeroLinux, right? I am Dark Zero, the creator of XeroLinux. What happened when the Steam Deck reached my hands? Give it a sec. Give it a
I
sec.
think I know what you're doing here. There it is.
XeroLinux on the
Yeah,
Steam Deck.
give them a switch to your full screen scene. Teddy was asking if you could blow that up.
What do you mean? What do you mean by full? Oh, full screen scene. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
where it's not me, just you.
I don't have one. I removed
Okay.
it.
But that is just so cool. I love it. I knew the day you got that you were gonna start on this.
Yeah. Well, it's not XeroLinux on the Steam Deck. It's just the XeroLinux default Rice on the Steam Deck. I had to. Sorry. I had to because I hate stock desktop. It's like a sickness. I don't wish it on anyone.
No,
But
and that's just the spirit that you and I have. It's like, oh, cool, we got a new toy. Let's break it.
yeah, it's full on XeroLinux default Rice on here with Latte Dock and everything.
What did Neo Fetch report it as?
I'll show you. Oh, it's too small. Well,
Yeah, nobody
anyway,
can read that.
yeah, at the back quality. Can you read anything, or it's blurry?
Not too well. So here
Okay.
was what I was going to ask about the dock.
It says
If you dock it and you hook it up to here, can you do SCRC Pi and output it?
yeah, I don't have the dock here. It's in the shop.
It's in the store, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I use it only in the
So you
store.
could use SCRC Pi, output your entire thing.
Well, yeah, I can. I can do better. I can remote in. I have No Machine installed on this. No Machine is like Remina for people who like to use Remina. I remote into the Steam Deck. I have it on one of my screens, but the resolution is 1280 by 800.
Right.
Native resolution blown up to fit 1080p or whatever. But I can do that. I can capture that window.
That is so cool. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I will do that in the store. When I start the Zero Life series, I will do that. But to reply to your NeoFetch, it calls it the Jupiter 1
Gotcha.
because it's using the Jupiter kernel. It's Valve 36. Oh no, it's using the Neptune kernel. 5.13. Wow, way back.
I'm just gonna say it. I think my budget. I don't have somebody fortunately gifting me a Steam Deck, but I'm very interested in getting maybe a copycat.
Oh, there's a lot of those.
Yeah,
Specifically Android, and there's this there's one not by Razer. There's the Razer Kishi, which is just a controller you can put a tablet in between. But there's something similar that runs Android, but damn, is it powerful! And it's for $150.
that's really cool.
Yeah,
I know
for
there's a few system on chip copycats that I'm excited to get my hands on if I can.
AliExpress has a lot of those. But yeah, I love remoting into this thing and using it as my my store PC. The only thing is, I wish they were using the official Arch repositories. At that point, I wouldn't have needed the desktop to build the packages. But unfortunately, and they use a lot of older packages. Plasma 527 hasn't landed here yet. It's still 526.1, the first point release of 526. And they're using Pulse Audio, not Pipewire. So
Wait a minute, no.
so they don't have Wayland yet on this thing. Uh, and I being a nerd, I had to dig around inside the operating system. Yeah, it uses pulse audio, not pipe wire, so Wayland is impossible on this thing, especially capturing on OBS. Uh, but it works on X11, so no problem.
Yeah,
Another thing is the by default the GPU is set to 1 GB because it's AMD integrated GPU. Uh, what I recommend anyone who owns a deck to do is boot into the BIOS, set it to use 4 GB of GPU. You're gonna thank me when you do it. I know it will limit the amount
I
of
wonder.
RAM. It will take the RAM down from 15. It has 16 gigs using 1 gig by default, so 15.
Right.
When you use 4, you will end up with 11 gigs of RAM. It doesn't
But I
matter
mean,
because
given what we're doing here, I think that's the better way to go.
everything you need to do is CPU based,
Yeah.
CPU cores and threads based, and GPU cores and threads based, not RAM. RAM you are not gonna
Is
require
it
a lot.
using System D or Grub?
Grub.
How is it booting?
No. I don't know what it's using because it boots directly into. I think it's System D boot with Plymouth.
Oh, okay, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Can you edit the boot options?
No.
Because if
Uh,
my favorite thing to do is to load the whole OS into RAM, and I wondered if there was a way to pass
no.
the two
No.
RAM
Don't do that.
argument to the Steam
Don't
Deck.
do that. Don't do that. That's ZRAMD, and no. I don't recommend people mess with it to this level, unless you really want to. It's easy to restore. Just get the restore image, and you can reflash. But
Well, then see, now I want to get one just to see how I can break it.
yeah, you can break it. The image is available to everyone to flash on the USB and then restore. And I also have an SD card, a 128 gig SD card, because my Blizzard games ended up here because I don't have space on the internal storage.
You have too many games.
Not too many games. It's the emulation thing. It's eating up my memory. The GameCube with 37 games was using 50 gigs with just 37 games.
Wow.
It's not me. PSP. If I wanted to put the entire PSP library, which I have, it's 75 gigs. Emulation eats up memory.
Oh yeah.
So unless you're talking Atari 2600, the whole library takes up the whole library takes up 9 megabytes. Because we're talking Atari 2600. But yeah, when you get in the big stuff, especially PS2 and PS3, every game is 2.5, starts from 2.5 to 4.5 gigs each game.
Right.
So if you want to get up there, you can, but you need the storage. So if you
It's
want to
really,
attach,
really cool. Nice to see you finally excited about gaming on Linux.
I am, and I can't wait to see what they can do in the future. I'm happy because I know that I'll be able to play the upcoming Diablo 4 on Linux without an issue. Just I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
That's so
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
All right. With that out of the way, we talked enough about gaming, and you heard me. Now Melissa will join the chat because I want to talk a little bit about Star
Oh
Trek
yeah,
Picard.
she'll jump in the chat on the stream, I'm sure.
The second episode is here. I want to watch it. I haven't watched it yet. First episode, I cried. I just cried.
Yeah.
I'm
Steve
not a.
is enjoying Picard.
And as they say, the third time's the charm. Of season 3 is the best season yet. Okay, sorry about that. My Steam Deck went back into SteamOS. But
Oh,
Picard.
Ripley's here.
Oh, hey Ripley. How you doing? Ripley has arrived. Uh, yeah, we were talking a lot of Linux gaming, and now we are shifting. If you didn't catch it, yeah, you will watch it in the replay. Uh, but now we're talking Star Trek Picard because I must admit this season is the best season yet. Seeing number one, seeing Doctor Crusher. So far, those are the only two we have seen in the first episode, and that bad captain of oh my god, it's so nice. I can't wait to watch episode two. Uh, but wow, I want to see Jordy. I saw his daughter, and the actress playing his daughter is actually uh his daughter in real life. So I'm like, oh boy, they're making it a family affair now.
They're trying to keep everything canon.
Yeah, and the way they ended the episode was so great. So many Easter eggs, so many details talking about the next generation, Nemesis. It's all callbacks. The entire episode was callbacks.
Yep.
And when they called Enterprise D or Enterprise DE the fat one, nobody wants the fat one. I was like, what you talking about, Willis? That's the best Enterprise yet. Oh boy, oh boy, I literally cried. I really want to watch episode two. We're gonna watch it with my dad later on, but yeah, it's what they should have done since the beginning. Why did it take them 3 seasons and the final season? When they said it's the final season but not the final series, because there are spin-off series coming, canon series coming after that. And now I wanna see when they're gonna start with Strange New Worlds again,
Yep.
season whatever, season two of Strange New World. I'm like, maybe we're gonna see Worf in Strange New World. I want to see Worf. I want to see Michael Dorn. Michael
Yep.
Dorn is one of my faves. Uh, so yeah, Melissa, since you're in chat, what do you think about the start of Picard? Jean-Luc Picard. Because oh oh you
You're so happy.
I'm so happy. I have so many good things happening. I got the Steam Deck.
This was a good week for the podcast. Lots of exciting things to talk about.
Yeah, and next week we'll be talking about one of the subjects for next week. Jesse brought it up earlier. It's FlatHub. We're gonna be talking about FlatHub. Honestly, I'm very behind. We've had so much going on. Oh, okay. So if you haven't watched it, Melissa, I'm not gonna spoil it. Just watch it. It's something to look out for. You're still watching the first season. The first, huh?
Still
Oh,
watching season one.
watching season one. Well, season one was good. Season two was crap. Season three is amazing. So they went like this. It's like somebody's heartbeat on a monitor. But yeah, skip season two. I would recommend you skip season two because in season three they don't mention season two.
It
So
happens like that sometimes. I wonder, do we blame another writer strike?
it's season one was great because we saw a lot of Brent Spiner
Yeah.
as the creator of Data and as Data. But yeah, the Brent Spiner, they're recycling him a lot in Picard. A lot. You see him in season one, two, and three.
Yeah, because you can only do so much with Data himself because Data's not supposed to age.
Yeah, and as Dr. Sung, he can appear as many times as he wants as Dr. Sun,
Right.
but
It gives you a lot of ways to reuse him. You're right.
yeah. And in season 3, no spoilers, but we're gonna see a return of another character played by Spiner.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's a
Hey,
resurgence.
so we're getting to the crunch time here, and we got to wrap up.
We
What
got
would you say your or the thing of the week was this week?
any questions? No, nobody needs to wonder. It's the Steam Deck. It's my thing of the
I
week.
mean, I guess that I
But
guess
my
that you
favorite,
can
my
count that.
but my favorite app of the week is the Decky loader on the Steam Deck. This thing just unlocks so much potential on the Steam Deck. It allowed me to theme it, to customize it. There's only one plugin that I really want the developer to fix is the tabs because I have so many non-Steam games. I want the non-Steam games to be the main tab, not the grade on deck thing. But I understand that they want to push new games to users.
Right, of course. And I mean,
So
at least you can do local games. It's not like the Logitech G Cloud where you can pretty much only do
cloud gaming.
streaming games.
Yeah, but
I
because of
was
the
I
Steam,
was looking at getting one of those because I like the form factor of the G Cloud. It's like they took the concept of the Steam Deck and have Xbox grips on it.
yeah, and it was supposed to support Stadia, but Stadia is
Well,
rest in
Stadia,
rest in
yeah.
pieces. Rest in
So
pieces.
yeah,
That's my thing of the week. I didn't have so much time to dig on and work on XeroLinux or try any apps, but I will just leave you with this message. Uh, do not overhype the Steam Deck because I learned the hard way when you overhype something, you are setting yourself up for disappointment.
right.
I was expecting it to run GameCube. I was like, it emulates everything because that's what all the YouTubers say in their videos. But no, it does not emulate everything flawlessly. You're gonna hit a lot of brick walls.
Yeah,
Uh,
you've got
it,
to manage your expectations with anything.
manage your expectations just like you do with XeroLinux. Manage them on the deck
Sure,
because
you just have to
even triple
appreciate.
yeah, even AAA titles, because it's a laptop processor, don't expect it and no discrete graphics, which will be changing soon because there's a device coming out with discrete graphics. But yeah,
Wow.
not by Valve. It's gonna be a
No,
two.
but
It's going to cost if you want the discrete graphics. This is the highest tier of that device. It's $2,100, and it runs Windows, not Linux.
oh,
So
who's got that much money for a handheld gaming device though? It's not.
if you're gonna pay that much for a handheld, just grab a desktop PC. Uh,
Well, no, because then you can't take it on your private jet and use it.
okay, get a laptop, a powerful laptop. But really, and it runs Windows, and that's another question people ask me: are you gonna install Windows in dual boot on the Steam Deck? Because it's
You
possible.
better not.
Not gonna do it. Not even if a game doesn't exist or run on Linux. If it doesn't run on Linux, I don't play it. Uh,
Oh man, this has you have been changed.
yeah, completely.
You've been
That's
baptized in the river Valve.
Ribo Valve, and as long as you manage your expectations, you're gonna have a great time with the Steam Deck. Just don't expect it to have a everlasting battery. If you
Yeah,
play AAA titles, don't expect more than 2 hours. 2 hours, this is stretching it.
but take a break, charge it, let it cool down, and you'll be
And
fine.
I don't recommend people use the included charger. Use whatever quick charger you have laying around. Like, for
Well, it does
example,
power delivery, right?
yeah, and
USB-C power delivery. You can quick charge it.
yeah. So in my case, I charge it with my MacBook Pro charger, which is
Yep.
65 watts or whatever. So it will charge it quickly. But do not do it too often. You will wear out your battery. Just do it when you really need to, but don't do it very often, and don't charge it to 100% all the time. Charge it to 80%, and but there is something Valve did mention. It was like once it reaches 100%, you can leave it connected to power. It will automatically stop charging. They have a system in place. Well, it
Got
would
it.
stop charging, but even in that case, I would recommend never charge it above 80% to keep the battery. But first thing you do when you get a Steam Deck, drain the battery to 0% and then charge it back, just
Of
to
course.
calibrate the battery.
Thank you.
Because I did the mistake of connecting it immediately to a charger. I never saw
You're
100%.
so excited. Yeah.
I never saw 100%. It would never reach 100%
No.
because the battery was not calibrated.
Right. It had the
It
wrong
needs,
battery curve. Makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. So I'm recommending this to all new Steam Deck owners. But other than that, manage your
Cool.
expectations, enjoy the Steam Deck, and with the Steam Deck being what it is, we are going to see a lot of good stuff come to Linux as a whole, gaming wise.
Right.
More games will be supported, and it's going to be much easier to just game on Linux. It's
So
like
cool.
Windows will be something of the past. If gaming becomes the norm on Windows will be something of the past.
Yeah, I have to agree. But
Yeah. So yeah, what is your thing of the week if you have one?
well, sure. I'm gonna have to run. I have a gaming date actually. All day gaming date. We're going to a retro arcade.
Can you take me with you?
Steve wants to come with us.
I want to go with you. I like arcades.
But
I have I have a
my thing of the week was not gaming focused. I'm actually moving the neighborhood church that's been helping us out so much. I'm moving them. I moved them first to Linux, but I'm getting them to where they can live stream now. So I've been exploring OpenLP.
okay.
It's presentation software mostly focused for if you're putting something on a screen for a live event or a live stream. It's kind of like OBS, but its only functions are for words and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's not bad.
But it's an open source. What I would call it is an open source alternative to ProPresenter,
Okay.
and
Uh I've
it
heard it's on the AUR. You told me about it once. It's on the AUR.
OpenLP. Yeah, it's actually it was available through Nobara's repos too.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, because I figured it would be supported under Fedora, and it was. And you just pull it down, and it's great.
Oh, that's something also.
When I was able to show the pastor that here, instead of spending $400 for this one license, why don't we try this? And his face just lit up. So
Oh,
it was really cool. This is almost taking Linux to an enterprise environment,
yeah.
but not
Uh
an enterprise environment where it's data servers, but it's real use cases getting in front of non-techie people, and I think it's really cool. So that was
yeah.
my thing of the week.
It's amazing, and I'm seeing a lot of good things happen in the Linux world. And next week, not only we're going to be talking about Flatpak, we're going to be talking about Plasma 527. And to end it, Teddy just mentioned that we have a viewer on the Steam Deck watching from the Steam Deck.
Oh no,
Uh,
that's just cool.
yeah, that is awesome. It's great. I the only thing that disappointed me in a general use environment on the Steam Deck, I cannot read my comic books on the Steam Deck because holding it vertically is kind of annoying.
Yeah, that
uh,
makes sense.
it wasn't made for that anyway. So,
Well,
but
cool.
yeah, thank you
Thanks
guys
a
for
lot.
thank you for sticking around, guys. Good
Yep,
thing my ISP didn't kill the stream.
yep.
Uh,
All right.
well,
Well,
we'll see. We'll see
another one of these.
you.
See you next week.
We'll see you next week. Don't forget to like the stream, watch,
Bye.
yeah, and subscribe, of course, and try to watch it from beginning to end, just so I can get the watch hours. Even if you have to run it in the background, muted or whatever, just run it just so I can get to the 4,000 before the 365 days are over, and I have to
Thank
start
you, guys.
over again.
Where are we at right now?
1,600.
Okay, we're getting there. All
We're
thanks
getting
to you
there.
guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and whoever can contribute to because the money for that I receive.
Yep, smash the bell.
Yeah, smash that bell, of course, to keep notified. And whoever can contribute to the project so I can keep paying the bills because I already used up every penny I have. I still have 100 left. So
All
to
right.
pay the bills for next month. And as they say, I don't want to copy you. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you next week.
You got
Peace out. All right.
Steve, that was a good one.